Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video. And today we're going to be opening up the holiday offers inside of Clash Royale, seeing what goodies we get inside of it. And I guess you can call this sort of like a Clash Royale Christmas. We're going to open up our presents, aka our chest. Let's see what we get inside of them. Hopefully we get something good, and no coal inside of our stockings. And we're going to get a tornado inside of this giant chest, 30 fireballs, as well as 273 bombers. Also, with the gems I get from these holiday offers, I'll open up some super magical chests at the end. Let's open up magical chests, which is chest number 2. We're gonna get some gold, some minions, some Teslas. Man, I haven't opened up a magical chest in a long time. The minion horde bomber, so many common cards, a furnace, and 4 of potentially the worst card in the game, the Dark Prince. All right, well, not so great on the first 2 chests, but we have the final chest right here, 6,500 gems and a super magical chest, 4 times value apparently. Not even looking, I'm just trying to gem and get as many things as possible. Let's start off with some gold, minion hordes, more Teslas, all these useless commons and rares that we're already completely maxed out on. And as we make our way to the epics, 22 clone spells, which really isn't too bad at all for the holiday offer. So not bad inside of those presents. Let's go ahead and go back under the tree though and see what we get inside of those super magical chests. I do have enough for 2 of them, so we can go ahead and open up those and see what we get, as well as I do have a legendary up top in the shop, so we can buy that towards the end. And let's go ahead and open up these chests right now. All right, so filling back up on the elite barbarians, the giant, the arrows, bomb tower, tornado, baby dragon, and princess. Are you serious? We keep getting princesses and ice wizards. I don't know why Supercell won't give me a graveyard. Whatever. Let's just open up our let's just buy our miner. I'm gonna save the gems for a rainy day. This Christmas is ruined. But anyways, that will be it for the chest openings. Let's hop into some battles on our fully maxed out account right here, and let's start against this first one where we're gonna be facing off against someone from Nova. Well, it looks like he's gonna be throwing me some bad manners in the very beginning of the battle. Never like to see that. But let's start with a giant in the back and get ready to see what we can do against this guy right here. Now, as we get into the battle, I wanted to remind you guys, I started a community on Band, which is an app where you guys can discuss Clash Royale. You can discuss things about my channel. I know Orange Juice has a band, and he's pretty active in there. I like to talk on my band when I'm bored and just see what questions you guys are asking and respond to them. So if you guys want to join, feel free to do so. I got a link in the comment section below. Make sure to check it out. And I'm actually going to be giving away $100 in gift cards on the Band app. It's going to be $10 gift cards, 5 for Google Play and 5 for iTunes. So if you guys want a chance to win one of the gift cards, just log in, check out my band, and just say what's up. I'll probably do a post where I'm going to pick some of the winners, so be sure to tune into the Band app. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Good luck in the gift card. Check me out on Band, and let's go ahead and get into the rest of the battle. Now, so far in this battle, things are going really bad. He's just dropping laughing faces on me. He's dropping cry faces on me. He's being so BM with all his little stuff, but I feel like our fortune is about to change pretty soon. This is actually the only replay of the day, by the way. The rest of them will be regular battles. And as we get into this one, you guys might have seen it on Twitter, but let's drop our giant. He's got a bowler, and I feel like this push could be a little bit better than the last one. This time, we're going to do our minion or mega minion in a different location. We'll fireball down everything that he has right here, so we'll get some good value getting the mega minion and the cannon. And take a look at my graveyard. My graveyard is doing so much work right now. His ice spirit's gonna freeze my mega minion for a second, but honestly, it's not gonna be able to do enough because the skeletons are beating his tower down to a pulp, and now it's down to 590. Our mega minion's gonna smack that bowler in the face, and with only like 1 HP left, we can just go ahead and knock that down. And I'm gonna throw a little oops out there. I'm gonna show him a little love with an oops. I'll throw my tombstone out here. Look at that pull of the hog rider. And now, since he drops his zap, let's drop our minions. That's going to kill the Hog Rider, and we can go on a deadly counter push with the giant. Look at that terrible fireball. I'm going to go ahead and throw a wow out there because we are in full swag mode. Let's drop the graveyard onto that right-hand tower. The giant is perfectly tanking everything for us, and that's going to be the first tower of the game going to us. We've got our minions attacking his mega minions attacking our skeletons. This is going perfectly, and now we can just start dropping stuff all over the map. I got the skeletons going down. I've got the mega minion. I've got another tombstone. The giant is beating that tower over and over again. And with this fireball attacking my tombstone, I know he's going to go for this tower right here. So let's go ahead and get ready for another push with the giant. Our minions will die, but I'm not going to worry about the Hog Rider. I'm not worried about the bowler. Let's drop our graveyard and the skeleton army for skeleton madness, even though the skeleton's actually going to die to the bowler. Look at all those skeletons onto his tower. That's going to be the end of the game. And nice job with all those emotes in the beginning of the battle, buddy. That's going to be the end of it. 3 crowns to 1, and that will be the end of the battle. Now, let's get into some more high-level battles. It's been a lot of fun pushing on the leaderboard, and I've got a couple more lined up for today. This one right here is going to be King of Iran's 3, and I feel like a lot of people that I used to play on this account, every time they see me, now that I'm pushing for the first time in like 6 months, they always drop me like 1,000 wows, wow, because they haven't seen me in forever. pushing, and he's actually going to start with some archers in the back. We've got our giant. I'm feeling pretty good so far. I'm sure he has elite barbarians or something that's going to tear my giant into pieces, but he wasted, I think, some elixir so far, and this is going really well. In fact, that cannon is it going to reach my giant? Oh, it actually did. I didn't think it was going to reach my giant. So all in all, not a terrible start to the game. Mega Minion's going to kill the archers. He has the knight. He's got the cannon. So I think we're pretty even so far, and let's make sure we keep track of that poison spell as far as it pertains to our graveyard. All right, so minions and tombstone, nice little start right here. He's got the elixir collector, so instead of worrying about that elixir collector, let's just drop a giant right up in his face right here. Let's get the graveyard ready and see what he's going to play to counter. He's got the barbarians, but I'm not worried about the barbarians. I've got the minions helping out on the barbarians. I've got the graveyard attacking the tower. His archers aren't going to be able to do enough to stop this giant in time. Look at the tower going down right now. Minions are trying to get to it. In fact, they're going to attack the knight before they can do anything else, and that's going to be the tower going down to 1492 HP. Really, really nice stuff right there. And I don't think his elixir collector is really going to be worth it because we've already done so much damage. Now, skeleton army going down again, splitting half to the archers, half to the hog rider. Really nicely done. The poison spell was completely wasted. And let's go ahead and play our tombstone right here on the right hand side, making sure to drop it at the last possible second, and that's going to go down. And now we've got the skeletons rolling. We've got an elixir advantage. He does have that pump, which is finishing up right now, so we have to keep that in mind. But with our mega minion going down, we've got a nice little push starting, and with another cannon from King of Iran, we might be able to make a push towards his tower right here. All right, archers, gonna fireball those. We've got a graveyard, but I don't have the elixir for it. We've got minions, but I don't have the elixir for it. We've got skeletons. We don't have anything we can really play. I'm just going to let that giant die right here. But since the Mega Minion's there, look at the Mega Minion tanking the tower. I'm going to wait until I can zap it. And now the graveyard is spawning quickly enough to where the skeletons are doing work. The Mega Minion's doing work. And with the tower down to 493, we're only 2 fireballs away from ending this game. I do have the skeleton army, this hog rider. Notice how I'm placing them all so they're not... Wait, what is that? It's a free spell. Well played from King of Iran 3 right here. I did not expect a free spell. And that could be enough for him to do one more push and send this game into to double elixir, or into overtime, not double overtime, just overtime. And now I'm going to go for a push on the left-hand side because I know that right-hand tower is dead. We've got the skeleton army. I've got the mega minion going down right here. Here's the hog rider. I've got to stop the hog rider in his tracks with the tombstone, and it's going to lead the skeletons coming out right here. We need something to stop the hog rider. I should have used my minions. I used the minions way too late, and this will go into overtime. And all in all, I've got to admit, some pretty sloppy play by me. Fool me with the free spell once, shame on you. Fool me with the free spell twice, shame on me. And because of that, we have to try to pull out a win in the next minute because this isn't a challenge. We don't get the luxury of having all this time. So we've got to find a way to win this, or else we're going to have a tie, which no one really likes. All right, well, we've got the giant there. We've got the skeleton army there. Poison spell, it's 4 elixir. He's actually losing elixir by placing that, so I don't mind him playing that at all. Let's get the graveyard going. We've got the giant doing work. We've got the mega minion doing work. I'm going to fireball the archers right there. Okay, by archers, I meant archer. Skeleton army to help out on the knight. Zapping the tower. Come on, zap the tower, zap the tower, zap the tower. Zap the tower to give our giant an additional shot. 2 additional punches on the tower. And that means a fireball plus a zap should end this game, but we've got to make sure we can cycle to it in time. Mega minions going down. Minions are going down. He's got his hog rider doing work. I'm going to place a tombstone right next to it. That's a little bit desperate. Honestly, I should have just gone for the fireball and the zap, but now we've got to worry about having enough time to play our cards. Let's do the fireball onto the tower, and with 6 seconds left on the clock, the zap spell. Woo! Will be enough to end that battle right there. 6 seconds left into overtime. 2 crowns to 1, 28 trophies, 2 clan crowns. And that is going to be the end of the battle. Nice little win right there. Let's continue onwards with our streak. And honestly, what are we about to do right here? All we have are 3 skeletons. The tombstone, the skeleton army, and the graveyard. I have no idea what I'm going to do. But instead, you know what? Let's just go for a graveyard right here. I'm going to do the graveyard and the fireball. Hopefully he plays something over here. And that's what he's going to do with the elite barbarians. Right into my trap where I can get the elite barbarians plus the elixir collector to make a positive elixir trade right there. Skeletons, of course, going to attack the barbarians as well as a little bit on that crown tower. And with his giant going down this right-hand lane, should be a pretty easy stop with the Mega Minion and the Skeleton Army. Of course, we're going to knock his Skeleton Army out of the way. And now this is looking pretty favorable for us. We can kill his Mega Minion while it's distracted by all those little skeleton dudes right there. And that Ice Golem actually is going to be exploding and not even touch my Mega Minions. So that's going to force him to play his Musketeer. And as you guys can see, the tempo is completely in our favor right now. He's responding to all of our actions, and he's not making any actions of his own, which is a really bad feeling because I think he's down like 4 elixir right now, and he's trying his best to hold on in there. But now we can play our Giant, which is a great job. That was a great play to keep that Giant instead of playing my Minions. And now we've got a little bit of a tank. We've got our Minions right here. Graveyard's going down right now. Let's see if we can take this tower down to shreds. and to see if we can put ourselves on the board. All right, Skeleton's doing work. Zap Spell's going to go down, but now we've got the minions beating down on everything. The Zap Spell's even going to kill this Mega Minion. That was such a nice little play right there. That tower is down to 2021, and yet again, he's playing every card he can because he's down on Elixir. And with a minute and 25 seconds left in this battle, I feel like it's only a matter of time before we hit double Elixir, and we can really put our stamp on this battle and do one giant graveyard push to finish off this game. All right, so Tombstone's down right now. We've got that as a solid starter. Our Giant can go down next. You guys know the deal by now. We're swapping between Giant and the Tombstone for the card that we play first. Look at that. I played a Tombstone and a Giant before he played anything, and because of that, he is going to be in an Elixir deficit, and now that he has that Elixir Collector down, he really has to make sure he guards this next push. If he doesn't defend, like, he has to defend this next push with his life, because we've got such an Elixir lead right now. Elite Barbarian's going down. Skeleton Army will help out against those. I've got the Graveyard going down right now, and a Fireball is going to help out against that Musketeer. It's going to kill the Musketeer, as well as we're going to zap that Mega Minion, and now we're going to get some skeleton damage onto the tower. Over and over again, we're trying to finish off this game. And with the tower at 860, I think we're looking pretty good, but we do have to guard against his push. He honestly defended that pretty well, given the position that he was in with the lack of Elixir, so now he's got one big push right here. That Fireball, though, is not going to be what he wants. Honestly, a little bit of a waste, so we can use our Mega Minion, we can use our minions. His Zap Spell is not going to be what he wants as well. Giant right in front of his troop's face, and there's the Elite Barbarian, so I'm just going to Fireball those down and focus on our push on the right-hand side of the map. Those Elite Barbarians were pretty greedy, seeing as that tower was at full HP, and now we've got the Giant going down, the Graveyard and the Zap going down. Giant's going to get one hit off against the tower. Skeletons are going to start beating that tower down. It's at 700, or at 300, 200, 100. That means all we need is a Fireball, and this game will be over. Giant to stop the Elite Barbarians. Honestly, I should have put it right in front of my tower. I don't know what I was doing by placing it on the top. That was a little bit risky. Fireball to end the game, and that's going to be good. Game well played against Vega Light, and give us another victory on the day right there. 43 seconds left in the battle in overtime. One clan crown, 20 gold, not too shabby at all. And let's hop into one more battle of the day. And these were just some fun battles I did after I was pushing, and I actually ran into another person from Nova. So many wows and laugh faces, but he gave me a thumbs up back, so I guess he was being a pretty nice guy right there. All right, let's do our minions in the back. Awkward, really awkward start right now. I didn't want to play my minions first. I only have a skeleton army right now to play. This is just not how you want to start a game, guys. This is so ugly. I'm going to throw a Cry Face because this is really not what we wanted. And I'm actually going to play a Graveyard on defense. I have no other card I can play on defense, so I'm going to throw a Cry Face on a Graveyard. Literally all I can do while this Mega Minion beats down on my skeletons. We're going to lose like 1,000 HP on our tower right here. And really not what I wanted, but we can go on a counter push. Why not? Let's go for the Giant. Let's go for the Mega Minion. Hopefully he doesn't have a great counter to this, or else we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Of course he has the Elite Barbarians, but our skeletons are actually doing a decent job right there to keep my Giant alive and let my Giant get a couple of hits off against the tower. So all in all, really not the worst possible play right there. In fact, our Mega Minion will clean his Elite Barbarian up to where it's not going to be able to get a hit against our tower, and we're at 200 HP in the lead. After that terrible starting hand and that terrible first couple of plays, we're in the lead. I can definitely not complain right there. But the only thing is that our card rotation is so messed up right now. Like, we only have skeletons and minions, which is terrible. We need our Mega Minion or we need our Giant. So instead, I'm going to Fireball his Elixir Collector, which is never really a play I like to make. But I have to do it just because of the fact that my cards are so messed up. And since our cards are so messed up, I'm going for a minion plus Graveyard push. What am I doing right now? You guys shouldn't even ask me because I have no clue. We're going to attack the tower, and we're going to get it down decently to 1800. So we did like 600 damage to it, but that was such an expensive push right there that he's going to be counterattacking all over us, but he doesn't actually drop anything alongside the Elite Barbarians and the Musketeer. I really feel like that was his opportunity to do some damage to us, but instead I'm going to take this Musketeer damage. I need to reset the Elixir count because I think he's heavily in the lead right now, or he would be if I defended against that Musketeer. So 60 seconds left in the battle. Finally, we have our Giant, we have our Tombstone, and we don't have 4 sets of skeletons on the very bottom of our page. That's exactly what we needed. We have such a nice little setup right here. We've got the Giant, the Tombstone, we've got the Minion starting to back it up. I've got the Skeleton Army ready for those Elite Barbarians whenever he wants to drop them. Skeleton Army going to go down right there. He's going to Fireball everything, and look at all those skeletons. He's going to play a Zap Spell. Guess what that means? We're getting the skeletons coming out. The skeletons are going to kill the Musketeer with the Fireball. The Giant's going to start beating down that tower, and just like that, before you can even say it, battle is over, just like that. His fireball into the tombstone wasn't really great on tombstone and the minions, just a little bit greedy right there, and he was never able to take advantage of some of the elixir advantages he made. And with 15 seconds left in the battle, all I know is I need to defend against this final push with my skeleton army and a little bit more, and that's going to be the end of the battle. So lots of fun battles today, guys, lots of wins, and that is going to be it for the holidays. Nothing like a little Christmas present of trophies right here, and that's what we're going to be able to do over these battles. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed these battles as well as the holiday chest openings. Hope your holidays are going great as well. I'm enjoying Christmas with my family. That's going to do it. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.